when I said enough of broadcasting, I told Barbara we should buy a campground. And of course, the first response was, "Are you nuts?" And we looked not very long. We found this place and said, "We're going to do it. It's right here." Because she was in sophomore in high school and went berserk coming from Chicago, but that's
1983. It was in the middle of my sophomore year. It has been a wonderful, wonderful ride. We've had, I was here for about 4 years before I got married and moved off for about 8, and then came back when my youngest son was 2, and he grew up here. It is a great place for a family to be raised, and so it's been a great evolution through the years.
This is our 32nd year, and it's come a long way. We've increased the revenues, even with inflation, by almost 5 times every year. And as Jim Rogers said back in 2001 or whenever we started, he said, "You guys have got to stop thinking like mom and pop campgrounds. You guys have got to start thinking like hoteliers." So when we think about hoteliers and the broadcast industry, and Mike, it just changed the whole attitude of them. And by that time, I was here for 18 years. We joined a group of 20 in the Southeast when it was formed. I think it was about 2006, 2007. If we had done that in the 80s, I would be a lot farther ahead than we are today. That has really, the group of 20 idea and concept is so good that it just plows through all of the stuff that may take you 2 or 3 years, because there are people who've done it, to figure out. When they say, "I've done it, this is how we've done it, and this is how it works." So you take that basics and get it done in 6 months.
I have to say that the working relationship is just great, because you know that you are not on your own. Whether you get in a situation on campsite, or you have a question about the branding, or any layers or facets within your day-to-day or long-term goals, they are there at the end of the phone to give them a call, and if they don't have time, then you leave a message and they'll call you back. So it's just a real comfort to know that that relationship is working, and I wouldn't want to imagine the support, not having the support within this type of franchise that really works very well with their owners and other people in the staff across the board.
And the other thing we bought, and we'll pay them every day for, which I thank them for, is the logo. That's the KOA logo is with all the oil companies, and it's just the identity of it and the way it works great for the environment that we're in. Mm-hmm. And when I looked at this, we have Yogi, and we have a couple other small ones back in the 80s that are now out of business, and the independents, and I looked at KOA and looked at the logo and said, why try to reinvent a brand? It's there and it's working well. And if we couldn't do KOA, I wouldn't have done it.
Well, when new work campers come in every 6 months, I rotate staff. And when we sit down, the first and foremost thing I say is, these are welcome guests in your home. And from the moment they come in to the moment they leave, we want them to feel that way. And our product has to be excellent, but our service has to be better. Now, if we realize that we're helping each other in this franchise, and my camper is your camper, and their experience is going to be taken to the next KOA, let's make it great.